Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Calcifer, and welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody's doing well. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon, and decided I wanted to get on to my laptop, and I just wanted to kind of go over what the new Valve handheld console they're coming out with, and just kind of talk about what I think about it, and compared to the Switch, and how it's going to affect the market. And we're going to go everything from price to specs, and we're just going to kind of go through it and just kind of talk about it and see how things go. So I'm gonna switch over here to my laptop and you guys can hop in with me. So let's do it. I am on the website. I'm here at PC Gamer. And we're just gonna quickly go over what I think about the Valve Steam Deck, what it does, what's its purpose here in the market, and what it's trying to fill, and then compared to the Switch and what people wanted for on the Switch Pro and what we got and what we didn't get and all that jazz. So basically, the Steam Deck or the Valve Steam Deck is a new handheld gaming console that is basically a mini PC in your hand. It's going to do quite a bit of things, but I think the biggest deal is that it's going to be playing a lot of Steam games and PC games, things you'd want to take mobile but you can't, that the Switch doesn't have. Um, so we're looking at the website here, and this is PCGamer.com. There was a $5 deposit to pre-order this thing. You can cancel it at any time. There was 3 different versions of the Valve Steam Deck. The first one was a $399 or $400 version, which was the 64 gigabyte version. A $529, which is $256, and then the $649 at 512 gigabytes. So quite a bit there. It looks like the more expensive version of the Steam Deck does have a faster NVMe SSD storage, which is great. So we got some solid state in there, which is quite incredible considering it's a handheld device, but that's pretty awesome. I mean, SSD cards aren't crazy big anyway, so you could really put the chip in there. So the specs are, it's running an AMD Zen 2 chip. We got 4-core, 8-thread, which isn't bad. 2.4 to 3.5 gigahertz, which is great. It's running an AMD RDNA 2 GPU. 101 to 1.6 gigahertz. That's GPU clock speed. RAM 16 gigabytes, which is of LPDDR5, which is pretty good. The 64 gigabytes, obviously, it's a 1280 by 800 screen, so it's not. I mean, you're talking basically playing games at 720p at that range. Then you also have the 7-inch LCD touchscreen, so it's an LCD. It's not a QLED screen. Stereo speaker, it's got 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, which is great. USB-C, which is great. All the other bells and whistles. So it's got quite a bit here it's got quite a bit here, and I believe that the $400 price range at 64 gigabyte model is really not a bad option. I think what's here that's a good price. My issue with this device is while it's gonna be able to run Steam games, I think the Switch has such a dominant market right now in this space. I mean, the console is doing so well for Nintendo, and they just came out with the new screens that they're putting there. The OLED screens they're going to be putting in the Switch, so you're just going to get a way better picture in general. I think this is what people wanted from the Switch Pro. Like I think this is what when everybody was talking about Switch Pro and it was like hyping it up and it was out there. This is what people I think wanted from the Switch Pro. I think they wanted a 4K, which this doesn't do, but this is good. This is the best you're probably going to get from a handheld device in this current time with the technology we have. I want more from this? I do. I think that I think it's there, but I just don't see it replacing my Switch in the future. I just don't. I don't see where this comes in here and takes away my Switch, because other than there not being games that the Switch doesn't have that like are on Steam, for example, and I want to play them handheld, I could see if you were like just a solo PC gamer and that's all you had and you wanted to play your PC games on the go, this would be a good option. I don't see where this is gonna take market dominance on the Switch though. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think this is a great idea from Valve. I think I didn't see anywhere in here. Also, I didn't read the full article. That I don't know. I mean, I didn't read the full article, but I don't see where this is going to be any kind of expandable storage, which I would think so, considering that there's going to be no expandable storage, considering they're releasing 3 different models at 3 different gigabyte versions. So um, at $400, yeah, I think it's awesome. I think it's a cool idea. I think it'll work. I think it's going to run well and play well, and it's going to be fun to play your PC games on the go. But when you have things like Xbox game or like cloud gaming, which works fairly well. I haven't tested it out too much, but since they've gotten cloud gaming and like there, I feel like there's going to be other options out here, and I feel like this device is just going to kind of fall to the wayside, and I don't want it to, because I think the more market competition there is out there, the better it is, the lower we can get prices, things like that. And it'll be a good competitor for Nintendo, because nobody else is in the handheld market right now, which I think is what Valve's like, hey, we could totally get into this market of handheld gamers, which I think is as Nintendo has shown, it's a aggressive market. There are plenty of gamers out there that want to be able to play their games on the go. Sony, please come out with a PSP 2, a PS Vita 2, whatever you want to come out. It's time. Bring that thing back. But yeah, guys, I don't know. This is a great idea on paper. I just don't know how well they're going to sell. And I don't see someone like me, outside of for YouTube purposes, is going to get on here and play this thing on handheld. But also, that's coming from a person that mainly plays their games on console. I rarely get on my Switch and play, unless it's like a Nintendo game, Monster Hunter Stories or Zelda or something like that. And then I prefer to also play on the TV if that's the case. I'm very much a TV kind of gamer. I don't take mobile gaming everywhere, so this might not be for me per se. But I think for the customers out here, this is a great other option if you wanted to play games that you can't access on your Switch. But I don't see anywhere in the future where this takes market dominance over the Switch. It just isn't going to happen. This thing is not leaps and bounds better than what the Switch can do. It's got an SSD, which is great. It's going to have a better chip in it, I believe, but this isn't something that Nintendo can't just come out with a new model of a Switch and be like, here. And quite frankly, in my opinion, I don't know if it's better than what, it's better on paper, but will Nintendo sell more Switch OLED screen consoles? Yes, they will, 100%. I 100% believe that. I don't think they're going to, I bet you they will outsell the Valve console. I think until this thing's a proven commodity and people feel like they need this, I don't know if it'll have market dominance. But yeah, guys, that's about it. That was just my opinions on the Valve console. I kind of just wanted to get in here and talk about the Steam Deck and just see what the whole rave was about. I think it's a great idea. I think it's great to have more of these things out here. So please, people, just keep pumping out these great technologies and things so we can come out here and test them and just be able to play games whenever we want. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you later.